Hi everyone, welcome back to World of Might, the Partwork Wrangler. We've been away from the channel for a year on a year-long break, but we're back and it's time for another collection here on Darth Vader, brought to you by Fanhome. Yes, that's right. So Darth Vader, a very anticipated build for many model builders out there. So inside here we've got our usual, literature of the Darth Vader, Boba Fett there, with his son, and then we've also got loads and loads in here, and this is the bit I want to get to. In this stage we're going to be doing the helmet part apparently, and as you can see we'll be fitting various different details onto the mask itself, and then we should have something looking very much like that. So absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, let's check out the parts, what we've got. So we're going to go with the first part here, which is this fabulous face here. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. This is absolutely, I think I might lift that up a bit, it's a little bit big. This is absolutely fantastic. It is actually plastic, but yeah, that is like the size of it. And these are the metal sections here where you'll actually, with the bottom part of the mask, it will just clip on, very similar to like trying to think of a build that does that. Iron Man, with the head, you've got that metal magnet inside, so you can pull the head part off and on. So yeah, this is very similar design. Right, so what we've got here is we've got various different details here of the grills. So as you can see, they've all got different like little nodule bits on it. So they all have different little bits, as you can see. And we're going to be using some of them to go into. We've got to put them all into these little squares here. Now, as you can see, they've got like a little, you see like a little ridge there. So that's where it's going to be going. And what's going to happen is we're going to pop that up like so. We're going to find the one that has the two ridges on. So let's have a look. So we want the one that's got the two teeth parts at the bottom by the looks of it, which, as you can see here, you've got the two little bits there, and that's going to go into here and apparently just push in. So which it's going to be quite nice to see that going in. It's supposed to go in. Let's see why that's not going in, because we've got the two little tabs, so it should. Oh, come on. It does say to use a little bit of glue if you feel like it's not going to go in. This one seems to be having a bit of a tough time here. I wonder if we've got another one that's got the same on it, but it does actually say DO1. So this would be the 102, oh sorry, 1.1 and 1.2. Well, there's the 1.2. So I wonder if it's 1.1 that we need. Could be that part, but yeah. See, that's got a tab there, but I'm just wondering if you see it doesn't seem to sit in very well. So let's move on to a different one for the minute. We'll come back to that. Because this one here, you can see it's got the point at the top, so that one would just fit in really nice. So I'm not really getting why the other one is being a pain to fit. Now, when I did the first one of these, because I built two of them, you see, they fitted in and I didn't have to use any glue, but seeing how loose these are, I might have to use a bit of glue. Just having another look here. I wonder if this one goes on that side. Ah, there we go. that was that side. See that click? That's what you want. So as you can see, it comes through the other side. So that's what our problem was. So therefore 1.1 must be this one here, and then that one must click into place there, I reckon. Yeah, there we go. And as I said, you can use, they do say to like tack it with glue if it becomes loose. So now we've got over that little problem, we should be able to put, what was that? We should be able to put this part here, I reckon, into the part that it wants us to put in. God, these don't want to go in today, do they? Wow. Trying to think, because you would have thought that, see, this one is saying over here 1.3 and 1.4, so I've just tried, I think I know what the problem is. I've been trying to put them in here and we're only working on the one side, so oopsie. So next we're going to put 1.4 into this one here. Yeah, there we go. There's a bit of a, oh my God. I'm not going in very well, I have to say. There we go, that's it. And then 1.3 goes up here. So as you can see, it's going to go into there. So that's gone in absolutely beautiful. I quite like that. Wow. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So there we go, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Looking really, really nice. And now what we need to do is get these two little bits here. So these are like front circuit parts, as you can see. So we've got one way and then one the other way. And these are just basically going to go, you can see the outlinings here. So these are going to go into either side of them. You've got a little hole at the bottom with a pin, and the same up the top as well. So I'm going to pop it in and see how we get on with that, which I think will go into there perfect. I have found that it's, with my other, with my other one, I found it was easier to do the top first. So let's try this. So we'll put the top in first. That's that gone in? Yeah, there we go. Oh, lovely. I love these. Not the biggest fan of push fits, but it's nice to get a part where you don't have to like sit there gluing it, you know. I mean, obviously, if they get, the idea is that they're supposed to stay in, but if they kept falling loose, you could always dab a bit of glue in there and do it that way. So we'll pop that into there, and that one can go right the way over here. And let's see where the hole is on that one. There we go. Lovely. Wow. Very interesting how we started this side rather than that side first. I would have liked to have worked that way, but I'm sure there's a explanation as to why. The next part what we got is the central front circuit, which are these two parts here. And as you can see, that's going to feed into this channel here. So again, it's probably best to go from the top first, because this one was a right fiddly one to do. So he says, and then he gets it in the first time. Wow, so you've got this, you know, this lovely metallic silver on it. This is looking fabulous. Okay, lovely. So now it's on to the breathing grill, which consists of this mouth part here. We're going to get ourselves the plating, which is this section. Just going to feed into this little section here. So it just sits in there loosely, as you can see. And then we're going to attach that to, this part's plastic, and then this seems to be metal, yeah, and that's going to feed into there. You want to do it so that this, you can see there's like a dip side. You want to put that over there and put that into there, because we're going to be screwing something into there. Okay, we're then going to get ourselves the nose. As you can see, this is the very high-tech nose section. You want it so that this cup sort of section is facing towards us with the post facing towards the back. That's going to go into that hole there. And then we are provided with a pack of A screws. You do get one spare, and we're going to get one out and secure this up into there. Now it does get fed in from the back, so we're going to turn Darth Vader's face over and we're going to screw it just where that hole is, as you can see. So we'll just screw that into position. Whoops, you can feel it all sort of moving about there. A little bit too big for this screwdriver. I forgot to get my other one, so I'm gonna pop next door and get my other screwdriver. Actually, saying that, I might be able to. Let's try this one. No. Yeah, I'm gonna pop next door and get the other screwdriver, so I will be back in a bit. Okay, so I've got a different screwdriver here which should fit it lovely. Yeah. Okay, lovely. Okay, so that's that screwed in. Look at the detail on this. That is absolutely stunning. Do you know, it's funny, I used to have a Stormtrooper's cookie pot and it had that sort of face on it, but with the Stormtrooper version, and it just sat there, and then this would be the hole where you put the cookies in and then you put the lid on. Used to love it, but unfortunately the heat got to it and cracked it, so I thought it was a bit weak, so I didn't bother anymore. So yeah, now it doesn't look like we screw anything into these parts here, whether something goes over there at a later date. We'll have to wait and see. Now, what we have to do now is put into the right side circuit. So as you can see here, we've got two different lengths going on here. So we've got the longer versions, and then we've got two little short versions, as you can see. So I reckon we will have to turn it round. We're going to be working on these, you see that lining there? So we're probably going to get, I reckon that's going to be the first one. Nope. So we'll try that one. Yeah, that's the one. They're going to feed into there, and just very carefully, you can feel it go in. It's really quite nice. I don't think, does that go into anything there? I think that just lies there, to be fair. I don't think that. Let's have a look here. Just want to see if there's like a peg on it, but I think that just sits there for now. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. And then what we're going to do is to get our shorter version. And as you can see, that's going to feed round here. So they sort of help you out with the lining here, which is quite nice of them. And that's going to go, I think, yeah, this is what confused me last time, because when I did this last time, it really confused me. So, because as you can see, when you put that like that, it looks like it's too big. But I think the idea is that overlaps that. So, as you can see, when you push it in, it's a bit confusing because this part looks like it's a hole that fits into something, but it actually overlaps onto this circuit here. So that's that one. And then we're going to turn that round and do exactly the same on the other one. Now you will need to put this one in first, because as you can see on this side, that peg part overlaps this. So that's why you need to put it in that side. So again, we're going to feed that round the channel and put that into place. You can really push it in. Oh my god, we're popping things all off left, right and centre here. Oh man, why has it popped off? Oh no. See what I mean? Okay, so you might, I'm undecided whether I want to use glue on this or not, but I can imagine these are going to be quite fiddly, keep popping off and all the time. So yeah, I mean, they do fit in there nice and snug, but I think the pressure of me putting in that is what made it pop off. So yeah, again, you've got some pegs there. They're going to feed into this channel going up here, as you can see. That goes into there. Wow, I really enjoyed that issue. That is absolutely stunning. It's like veins, isn't it, of like the veins of your head that supply oxygen and stuff. And we've got the circuits and stuff, and then we have the grills and stuff here. So as I say, very interesting why we didn't do that side first, but it's getting, you can feel it got like a little bit more heavier because these are metal, these parts here, and these are plastic. So yeah, wow, fantastic. Now it does say in here that you do have to use a bit of glue. It does actually say if any of the pieces don't stay on securely, you can use a drop of glue, as you can see. Now, one thing that I forgot to get, which I'll have to jump next door to get, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this was the other bit that comes with it. It's like the really nice flat side for it. And as you can see, this will eventually sit something like that, because it won't sit all the way down because it'll be past his eye, you see. So it's going to sit something like that. So let me try and get this up bigger so you guys can see. But you see, it's going to fit something near enough, something like that. But yeah, but that's that. Now, also what they do provide is they do provide a poster here inside here. So we've got a massive poster which I will build a model of the Sith Lord, Darth Vader. Darth Vader. We've got all sorts in here with sound, and we've got articulated model, lights, uniform and armour, large size, included in the collection is a remote and obviously the base. And I can imagine a lot of people just taking that lightsaber out going ooh, ooh, ooh. But yeah, and then obviously we've got some other free gifts here, which is a binder. We've got a mug and a t-shirt, a bottle, some posters. And then of course, if you upgrade to the premium offer, you do get yourself a 50x50 display base there. And if you pay with PayPal, I don't use PayPal, so I certainly won't be getting that. You do get yourself a special backpack, which is quite nice. So if anyone would like to send me the free backpack, I really would appreciate that. Like, you know, if anyone wants it, because for me, I can't collect that because I'm not with PayPal. But if you didn't want it, I'd really much appreciate that. Or we never know, some people might sell it on eBay or Vinted and I can buy it, because people do, they tend to send the free, they do like sell the free gifts. And there's a lot of the, you know, like the tool case things for Eddie Stobart that I've seen people selling them on there. So yeah, but quite like that bottle. That'd be quite nice for work, because when I go to work I always carry a bottle of water with my bag, so that'd be quite nice. It'd be nice if it's a, you know, one that you could put your tea in, have a nice cup of tea while you're on the train. That'd be perfect. You know, you got the mug to go with it, so put it on the little flap down, because on the train you get like a flap down table thing, you know, be perfect. But yeah, so this will be coming to the channel on a Saturday. Yes, new for 2025. It's going to be a Saturday, and issue 2 will be up the next week. So as I said at the end of this video, I'll show you the poster, but please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you want to get this for yourself, it is available via Fan Home, as you can see down there, and I'll put the link to that as well. But thank you for watching, take care and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.